flies to fielding ground balls and to throwing to the infield. Being a softball outfielder is not always easy. Some of you may not know how to properly play an outfield position, but there is no need to fear, for I'm here to show you some easy tricks to help you make your outfield skills 10 times better. Some of the few things us outfielders have to know how to do is throw balls to infield, catch pop flies, and field ground balls. Before I begin today with showing you some easy tricks, I'm going to give you a little background information about my experience in the outfield. When I was little, I played in the outfield for the first time in a game, and I was right field. And my coach just stuck me out there because he had no clue where to put me. And I was really nervous, and a big girl was up to bat, and I was really scared that I was going to miss my chance at catching the pop fly, but I didn't. She hit a line drive straight to me. I stuck on my glove and caught the ball. I even made a double play out of it by throwing to second base. Now that you know a little bit of why I picked this topic, we can begin on the steps on how to catch a pop fly. So, being an outfielder is not always easy. Before you begin your catching, you always have to know where you're going to be standing. It depends on the hitter too. If you know if the hitter is going to be a stronger hitter, you always want to make sure you take a step back because the ball is going to be hit farther. If you know the hitter is not going to hit that far, you always want to make sure you're moving up. So once the ball is being hit, there's always a first step that you want to make, and that is backwards. The reason why you want to move backwards first is because it's easier to move backwards and see where the ball is coming from than it is to move forward and not where it is, and then moving backwards. That's just too much steps. So once you move backwards and find where the ball is, then you can finally move to it. And once the ball has reached your glove, you want to stick it out, and with your free hand, you want to secure it like this and grab it. Now after you have grabbed the ball, you're going to take your free hand, grab the ball, turn like this, point to your target, and throw. That is basically all the steps that you need to know how to catch a pop fly. Also, outfielders not only have to know how to catch a pop fly, but they also know how to field it in ground ball. Now this is basically, you're going to take the same steps as you did in the beginning as catching a pop fly, but you want to know what kind of hitter they are, and you want to make sure that if it's a stronger hitter, move backward, and if it's not a weaker hitter, then you have to move forward. But for this one, you're going to stay low because all the balls that you're going to be getting are going to be coming from the ground. So once the hitter has hit the ball and you've moved to where you think the ball is going to go, once the ball has reached closer to your glove, you're going to use this hand to guide it into your glove. And like an egg, you want to make sure you scoop it up and bring it into your chest so you don't lose it. Because if you just stick out your glove without this hand, it can pop out, and you don't want that. So you always want to make sure you're with the free hand scooping it in, and then you're going to take the same steps as throwing the ball, pointing it to your target and throwing. Now that we have gone through the basic steps, I'm going to demonstrate it twice, but first we're going to go just a little slower so you can see what it kind of looks like. So Claire's going to throw me a pop fly, and I'm going to kind of try to show you what the steps are. So when I look at her, I obviously know she's probably not going to hit that far because it's Clara. So you know. So I'm going to take a step in more, and when she throws it, you take a step back and catch it. And like I showed you, you want to make sure you're squeezing it in so it doesn't fall out. And then I'm going to stand like this, point to my target, and throw. I'm obviously going to throw harder, but since Claire doesn't have a glove, you get the idea. So now I'm going to show you how to go in ground, same steps as move in, and launch the ball. And once the ball has reached my glove, I took it in, scooped it in like this. So I made sure that it was in my glove and it wasn't going to fall out. And then I point to my target and throw. So now now you kind of get it. I'm going to show you what it would look like in a game in like faster pace. So I'm going to catch like that, point, throw. Get low, scoop it into my glove, and go. So those are the basic steps on how to play an outfield. There are many more attributes, and if you can refer to your handout, there's the positions on there for you, center field, left field, and right field, and what they do. You can look at that. And it may look simple right now of like the outfield, but in a game it's much more harder. And I hope these few easy steps showed you how to be an outfielder and prepared you to be an expert in the outfield. Let's give her a round of applause.